Hello, my quilting friends. My name is Leah Day. I'm an online quilter and a Grace Company dealer, and today we are going to learn how to piece and quilt using QMX foundations. Let's get started. So let's get started with this project. What you're going to need is backing and batting, and I cut this a little bit long. This is like 22 inches long. I have my long strips. These are cut at 20 inches long, and mine are 2.5 inches wide. You could use pre-cuts if you wanted to. You could also go with wider strips if you wanted to too. So this is how I've prepped it up. I have layered my backing and my batting together. I've loaded those up on my Cutie Breeze frame. You can see I'm using my Sew Tight magnets. I love this for getting started real nice and close to that top edge, that back rail. It really just minimizes fabric waste, and it also locks it in, gets it nice and tight, so that way we can get started quickly. So our first step is gonna be to place one blue strip down, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the QMX Channel Locks, and we're going to lock that in and stitch a nice straight line across. To activate our channel locks, we're going to tap Quilt. Now this is the first time I've turned on my system, which means I need to home my device. With my device homed, now it's time to pick a design, but really this doesn't matter. We're going for our channel locks right now. So I'm going to tap Simple Panto just simply to get to this screen. And then I'm going to tap on these three little lines, and I'm going to tap Channel Locks. And right now they are off. So I'm going to take my machine and roll it over here, and I think I want to get started about right here. So here we go. I like my position on my machine, so I'm going to tap horizontal lines. So now I'm going to just use the needle up, needle down button on my machine, on my handlebars, and that is going to allow me to make nice big basting stitches. I am stitching about 1/8 of an inch from the top edge and sides of my strip. When I need to, I'm going to turn off my channel lock and stitch down the sides. I'll turn my channel lock back on as I'm stitching across the bottom edge. I'm very picky about this first strip going on nice and straight, so that way all of the strips that go on after this are nice and straight too. So this is the process of getting started. I promise everything from here is going to go a little bit faster. Now it's time to pick our design, and we have the perfect design that is preloaded into QMX when you get it, and that is this simple star continuous design. We're going to confirm selection, and then we're going to hit next, and this is where you pick the size of the design. I'm going to select here on the screen 1.75. And that's how tall this design is going to be. Now, this is the most important thing to look at, and that is these measurements here on the side. We're going to hit next, and we're going to be placing our start and end point. And what we're going to do is we're going to line this up on the quilt. And we want to use these measurements on the side to know where that start point is going to be. So taking into account our 1/4 inch seam allowance, we're going to measure down basically 1.25 inches. And that is going to be right here. So that is our start point. We're going to roll the machine all the way down, and we're going to mark the same thing down here. So once you get your needle lined up with where you are, and you can see I'm slightly off into the batting area. It's basically lined up with my start position in that straight line. Here we go. We're going to hit start. We're going to roll the machine over, and I'm going to hit end. Now here's what I want you to pay attention to, and that is my cursor, my crosshairs is right here, but the end of the design is over here. That is a little red dot. We're going to need to place the design bigger than it is, meaning it's going to go off the edges of the fabric in order to stitch enough repeats of the design to go all the way across. Line up with your endpoint and then roll the machine straight over to the right and tap that end again. There we go. It just popped in. You can see we've got another repeat here. So we now have stars all the way across. So now I hit next, and now we're going to hit move to start, and it's going to ask you if your needle is up, and it is, and we're going to roll all the way over to our start position. Always remember, drop your needle down, bring it back up again. That is going to bring your bobbin thread up to the surface so it doesn't make a mess on the back of your quilt. We'll hit next. It'll ask you that again. Hit OK. Now we start our sew countdown, and as it goes down, I'm going to hit start on my machine. and away we go. So the biggest thing to keep in mind as this stitches out is to not walk away and get distracted. Stay with it, stay with your machine, and watch it as it goes all the way across, because we're going to need to remember to turn our machine off to stop it stitching. We're getting close to this edge and we want to pay attention to it. As soon as I get close to it, I'm going to just turn off my machine right here. So this is a super cool technique that's actually easier using QMX than QCT. QCT, it's a little bit trickier to stitch straight lines. You could design it yourself and then import the design into the system if you have QCT Plus. With QCT 6, just the base level, you would not be able to stitch straight lines. So QMX is a unique system that allows you to do this with the base starting level. And just so you know, QMX is compatible with all home sewing machines so long as you have 3 features: a needle up, needle down, a start-stop button, and a speed selector, so you can set the speed of your machine in time with the QMX system. It is only compatible with the QD Breeze frame, but once you get your machine set up on it, it's going to be so awesome to be able to piece and quilt like this in the hoop. So now that you understand a little bit more about QMX, let's get back to this fun project. Now let's line up our second strip. First, position your foot so the front edge of the foot is right on the edge of that first strip. Go on ahead and go inside your channel locks, and we're going to actually start all the way over placing a straight line. Go into those channel locks, lock the horizontal lock, and this is going to allow you to place a straight line across your quilt, just hitting that start point and end point slightly off the beginning and end of your strip. What this is going to do is allow you to stitch that nice straight line using QMX, so that way your stitches are perfectly straight and consistent. As you stitch across, wiggle the fabric into place so it's nice and smooth and stays perfectly straight to the strip before it. Once you get that line stitched, remember to turn off your machine at the end, and then it's time to flip it over and see your progress. Now, whether you're quilting with QMX or QCT, always baste down the edges so that way your foot doesn't get caught on the edge of your fabric. You could also do a little edge stitching along the top edge of your strip, just so it finishes off nicely and encourages it to lay flat. Totally up to you how many lines of quilting you put into your quilt. I do engage my channel locks as I'm stitching across the bottom edge of the new strip, just to ensure that it's going on nice and straight. So that's how you're going to proceed stitching and quilting one strip at a time. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope you learned a lot and you can see how much fun it will be to piece and quilt using QMX. You could make placemats, table runners. You could even turn this into a block and piece multiple of them and then put them together with a simple quilt as you go technique at the end. So I think that's actually what I'm going to end up doing, because I think I want a bigger 4th of July quilt this year. Come and check out QMX and learn more about this awesome quilting system at leahday.com/QMX. Until next time, let's go quilt!